All right, I'm here with Miliano. We're talking about code enforcement on new builds versus TREC codes. So give us a little explanation of what you're talking about.
Watch your step. So typically, as inspectors, we don't discuss code because we comply by the Texas Real Estate Commission Standards of Practice, also known as the SOPs. In this case, we're going to mention code because we're talking about new build, and builders go by code, not by SOPs, which SOPs is basically, they go by codes. One subject that comes up oftenly is physical protection for the water heater. The builder will tell you that the base at the bottom of the water heater is physical protection, and that's just the code for having the water heater elevated above 18 inches in the garage.
Right, and some, the Texas Real Estate Code will say that you need a physical barricade so that a car doesn't run into it, right?
Right, and this will be on the IRC Code M1307.3.1 to be specific, which says that there's got to be physical protection whether the water heater is electric or gas.
Right.
In this case, it's more important because we have a gas line here. So
a car running into it.
A car running into it, storage in the garage, folding tables, 2x4 lawn equipment. You hit the gas line, or you're not home and you leave home and then you have a gas leaking in the garage, and you know what happens when gas leaks.
Right.
So in some cases, you will see the water heater built into a closet, and I've never seen a post here or a bar here to protect the water heater from physical damage. I've never seen that, but in cases I have seen where it's in a closet.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
I've seen a handful of times where they've actually put a steel post in the ground, like right here. Mm-hmm.
They also consider physical protection putting a bumper stop, but it needs to be permanently attached to the slab.
Okay.
Okay. And then sometimes you see a wall that comes up to here. We consider a physical protection because technically the car will hit the wall before the water heater.
Gotcha.
And again, it's whether it's gas or electric, we're gonna call it out if it doesn't have physical protection.
But to clarify,
This is not physical protection.
you're talking TREC code, which is a combination of International Residential Code and an addition that TREC has come up with, whereas IRC doesn't demand the post, right? Is that
It does.
It does.
It's on
IRC
there.
does demand the post.
If you look up the code M1307.3.1, it shows you a graph of the post on there.
So do we know why these are passing the municipal city inspection and not?
Because city codes might be different, and
Okay.
if the city inspector comes by and said this is fine, then that's what the
builder's
goes
going to go by. Right.
We don't go by city code. We don't go by the local code. Sorry, we go by the SOP, standards of practice.
Gotcha.
Which, is pretty much the.
It's
international
IRC plus a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.